Welcome to episode 12 of the Kyber Show. I'm Kin, and today we'll be covering the fourth and last week of Season 11. There are quite a few fights this week involving Sith Eternal Emperor and Jedi Master Luke, but most of them, frankly, were not very interesting. They're either clear wins or clear losses from the beginning, so not a lot to learn from them. There's so many videos out there with videos of both sides, Luke and Sith Eternal Emperor, how to counter them or how to play them. So none of those in this week's episode. We're going to be covering two known counters that are still frequently played less than optimally, let's say. One fleet and one character. And the fight of the week then is a great example of a character fight. How to play, it's not a simple one, how to play it very effectively and go for max banners. None of these fights involve Galactic Legends, and all of them have characters who aren't Relict and or 7-star. Let's take a look. Fight number one is General Skywalker with Echo, ARC Trooper, Rex, and 5s versus a Darth Revan with Darth Malak, Fallen Bastila Shan, HK, and Sith Empire Trooper. This is a hard counter, but there is a very defined way to play if you want to maximize your banners. The two most important aspects are not hitting Malak, so you can avoid fear until necessary, and killing Fallen Bastila Shan before she applies all of her debuffs and Corrupted Battle Meditation. Let's take a look. Alright, the fight starts with Form Up from Rex, and then ARC Trooper uses Assign Command, and Echo uses Supporting Fire on Fallen Bastila Shan. She's always the first target. And now let's pause for a moment here. This is the main mistake in the fight that costs 3 to 4 banners. I'm using Force Grip or Sundering Strike from General Skywalker. It should never be used at this stage of the fight when Darth Malak is alive and Fallen Bastila Shan is not dead. It will trigger Malak's unique Gnawing Terror, which will fear General Skywalker. He's not immune to fear. And it also has a chance to give Malak his first bonus turn from his unique Jaws of Life. Even worse, it's going to prevent other characters from targeting Fallen Bastila Shan, since Malak will get his taunt up. Let's see what happens. Bastila does not die. Malak doesn't get his bonus turn, but Darth Revan does get fear off on General Skywalker. Couple of lucky counters. Now Malak is dead. Here we go. And the taunt is in the way from BSF. She gets her Corrupted Battle Meditation off. Now Malak and the Trooper die. So it's just cleanup from this point after Tactical Awareness was triggered. But if you look, this is a 51 banner win when it could have been easily 55, maybe 56, if Bastila was focused down at the beginning, with 5s calling General Skywalker as an assist and General Skywalker only using his basic. So, very interesting fight. Easy to see how it can be more efficient. Fight number 2 is a fleet battle with a 6-star Finalizer with a Silencer, Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle, First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter, starting with a B-28 and First Order TIE Fighter and Scimitar in reserve, versus a Home 1 with Han's Millennium Falcon, Biggs, and Distance U-Wing, plus 4 reinforcements. At equal relic levels, this is a hard counter, but having a 6-star Finalizer and non-relic pilots can make it a bit more difficult for sure. Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle also plays a big role when anything goes wrong or the initial opener doesn't work as it should. So knowing his kit, which is complicated, is very important to have a successful fight. Alright, at the beginning here, Finalizer goes first and uses Extinguish Hope on Han's Millennium Falcon, which applies Hunted. This prevents the bonus turn meter gain on the target, and out-of-turn attacks do 75% less damage. Now, Silencer attacks with Disruptive Advance, which will stun more than 50% turn meter. with superior precision from First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter, it's almost guaranteed to land. Now, an assist silencer and almost kills HMF, but he's still alive. So now you can see Kylo Ren's command shuttle uses advanced jamming array to clear the buffs. And let's pause here for a moment. Biggs regained taunt because of assists and crits. So this is an important part of the fight, because you can see Kylo Ren's command shuttle has all of his abilities again available, and he just used them moments ago. So one of the best parts of his kit is Zeal of the First Order, which is a crew ability. Whenever a First Order ally, including himself, takes damage, any damage, his ability cooldowns are reduced by 1. So if there's incoming damage, he can take a lot of turns, or he can use his abilities over and over and spam them, rather. Especially against the rebels who are assisting all the time, it's very powerful. This does mean that Advanced Jamming Array is available again, which is the correct choice. You can look at the turn meter here and see that Silencer will be the next unit to act. He'll go before Bistan's U-Wing. And Han's Millennium Falcon has more than 50% turn meter, so he has a good chance to be stunned due to the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter's superior precision unique. It gives a lot of potency for the attack. So the Advanced Jamming Array is the correct move here. The Surprise Raid and Strike Team don't really do anything to allow you to get to Han's Millennium Falcon, who is the real issue here, because the crits from him are bringing back taunt on Biggs over and over. So he does swap TM to Silencer. I'm using Double Offensive here, doesn't do much. It'll apply a third debuff to Biggs and dispel all debuffs rather, due to Han's Millennium Falcon. And now the fight is pretty much over. There's no way with the command shuttle down to remove taunt. B-28 is just going to slow things down, and yeah, the fight's basically over. So this is still a winnable fight, even though it's more difficult at lower star levels. The important part is to keep going for Han's Millennium Falcon, and make sure you use the command shuttle appropriately. Tough matchup though, especially at 6-star. The third fight, the fight of the week, is a matchup with a G12 Rey Jedi Training, G12 BB-8, Relict Vet-Han, G11 5-star Resistance Hero Finn, and G11 6-star Resistance Hero Poe versus a G11 Newt, G12 Dooku, G12 Stormtrooper Han, and G11 Jango, and a Relic Leia. This is a very technical counter that requires a lot of skill usage and targeting to maintain control, because ultimately this is a control fight. If you keep control, you should win, and you can maximize your banners if you play very carefully. Let's see how this goes. Covert data transfer from BB-8 starts us off. Then Rey uses mind tricks on Dooku to prevent his counterattacks and remove some TM. Strength of will from Finn. Swap with Poe and inspire him. Now Poe uses Blaster Bravado, and Dooku uses Defiant Slash to call BB-8, and he is down. Now let's pause for a second here. This is really a showcase of how good veteran smuggler Han Solo is. His ability, Can I Try That?, is amazing. It stuns the primary target and applies ability block to everyone else. This is the most RNG part of the fight, of course, because you're not guaranteed to land any of these depending on potency and tenacity and RNG. But with these characters, especially with Leia, Newt, and Jango all getting ready to go and all having abilities that are going to sway the flow and potentially even the outcome of the fight, it's important that you land ability block on at least half of them. So luckily the Newt team in general doesn't have tenacity bonuses, so it's rare to have out of the ordinary resists, but still you can expect probably 50-50 depending on whether Han has potency set up in his mods at all. Let's see what happens. It's perfect. Ability blocks on everyone, stun on Leia. Now, Finn uses Rallying Call, goes for Han. I think Leia might be better to take out at this point, but certainly doesn't hurt to go for Han. Now choosing, do you want to hit the stagger on Han or just do some damage on Newt? Nice. Time for a Poe to go to see what he can do. Because Han, if any enemy is debuffed, Han will be guaranteed to double tap. Okay, nice, that's a stagger for Han to hit. Which stagger is he going to hit? The old Han rather. And he killed his wife. That's very sad. Alright, break the stagger on Stormtrooper Han. Now Rey goes and gets an ability block and a daze. That's very nice. Taking out Stormtrooper Han on the enemy side. Now Rallying Call, and down goes Newt. Interesting, you'll notice because Newt had daze when he died, he didn't regain 100% turn meter. And their Illuminated Destiny was not used because Jango was about to do an AoE, and we want the regeneration later. Now there's an Expose on Poe, so all the specials will help keep his TM low. Illuminated Destiny, Jango can be hurt, and at this point it's just an easy cleanup. This is almost perfect. I can't find any particular error during this whole fight in terms of execution. Great way to handle a not simple fight and to max it with 60 banners. Awesome win, very well thought out, and well done. Thank you for watching another episode of the Kyber Show. We're now going to have a break for a couple of weeks while we wait for Season 12 to start. 3v3 and chips. This is popular with some people and not at all with many other people. But if there's one thing that I do like about 3v3s, besides the fights, I enjoy the fights, there's a lot of fascinating combats in here with usually a lot of experimentation. It's not nearly as known or enjoyed by many people. So good luck with your preparation, and I will talk to you in a couple of weeks. Cheers!